Right, Warhammer Walton. I'm ready to do the Tau Rumours video. And just quickly start with, I've just got to iterate, these are rumours. These are not true. I have not read the book. I've been around on forums, and I've got one guy who seems to be the most accurate, most agreed with on all the other forums and stuff. But remember,
just rumours.
These are these are guesses. A lot of them generally are quite accurate though. Like the Dark Angels, the rumours I found prior to that being released, a lot of them were correct. So let's just get going then. Let's start with the most controversial, shall we say, rumours. Right. We'll start with broadsides. There's been a lot of those. They have a new sculpt that, as we know, has been cheated out the book, but that doesn't matter. This isn't the sculpt video. Broadsides are now said to be slow and purposeful, which is good because they can move and fire heavy weapons, but they move really slowly. But did you ever move them? No. They're now a toughness 4 and a 2+ save, which is pretty standard for those. They are meant to come with twin-linked rail guns, which are going to be strength 8 AP1, so they are going to lose 2 strength points, and they are meant to be able to take plasma or missiles as well, which has always been the case, and no real changes. The main news for them is, which will be really interesting, which is why I think they've been reduced to strength 8, is that they are going to have a suit, I believe, but for an upgrade you can give them Skyfire. This will make them the flyer killing gods. Strength 8 against a flyer is just like hot knife to through butter. So I reckon if it was strength 10, these guys would get a lot of complaints. Because when you're needing ones to glance, then we might be looking at overpowered. And especially orc vehicles, then would be one to penetrate the vehicle. So the orc vehicles might have a bit of a hard time. The other rumours is, unlike what we wanted, apparently none of our stuff is going to get Interceptor. Which is a shame, because I would like to be able to stop vehicles the minute they get on the board. And apparently that extra suit is going to give them split fire. Now, the guess points cost for these is going to be 85 a model. Is my only thought on those, and that will include the Skyfire upgrade. These are going to be expensive, but they're going to be some of the best anti-flyer stuff in the game. So we're really looking forward to bringing onto the board. Rail weaponry. Interesting. Also, the rail guns are now supposed to be fire blast of strength 6 AP3 is another rumour that's circulated. But I'm calling that one BS on that one, guys. That is just way too powerful, because we will not be firing at the sky, we'll just be firing ground targets out. That will be the Marine Obliterator. And as we all know, if you can destroy a Marine, it doesn't go in the book. Right, rail weaponry. Rail rifle, strength 6 AP3. That's pretty standard. Rail gun, strength 8 AP1. But of course we have a strength 10 AP1 weapon. The new big daddy is going to be the rail cannon, apparently. Really looking forward to, and that is going to go on the hammerheads, it's been rumoured. That the hammerheads are now going to have rail cannons. And I think, I might get onto this later, I think we might be able to buy Skyfire for those guys. So I think Tau basically is a codex deterrent for destroying flyers. Which I don't really mind. If everything in the book has Skyfire, I'll take it. Fire Warriors. They were absolutely brilliant previously. So I've spat on the screen. That's disgusting. Never mind. Fire Warriors. Basically, these are the rules that we're looking at. All Fire Warriors within 6 inches of the targeted squad for charge will be able to overwatch in. Now, if this sounds overpowered and brilliant, because we form gun lines. Now, you may, like I first saw this, went, wow! But I think we might have some disadvantages. Either, we'll start with this is going to make us ridiculously susceptible to blast weaponry, and blast weaponry can obliterate the Tau a lot of the time. Blast will then be an issue. Secondly, I think they may then be able to automatically multi-charge us. So I wouldn't get too excited about this, because all the rules coming out at the moment are positive. So I think we've got to start adding negatives to some of them. They're going to have a new special HQ, it is said, which shall be brilliant.
And his name shall be Timmy.
We don't know names yet. Apparently, apparently this can potentially be a 4. Oh right. Oh, I see. If there's 4 squads, a special character can be added. So you're going to have to really invest in your Fire Warriors, but as we know, Fire Warriors are our best things in the codex, basically, for troops. That won't be fine. and a guide that allows us to consolidate after Overwatch. This is not going to be in the book. Let me tell you why. This will be meaning that if we roll high dice, we will never get charged. We'll Overwatch, they'll charge, and we'll leg it. This won't be a bit overpowered. If this comes in, the amount of Tau convertees will be ridiculous, and that is not going to be happening. That rule will not exist, I promise you. Imagine that your opponent rolls his 10 for his charge, he needs 6. In he comes, I Overwatch you to death. Right, there we go. Now I've rolled a 5, I'm off. Goodbye. And then I get to rapid fire you next turn. That's not going to be a rule. I don't know where even that came from, but it's not going to be a rule. Right, now the amazing suit, the Riptide. Mwah, mwah, mwah to the Riptide.
Horrible, it's disgusting.
It's as tall as a flyer. It's as tall as a flyer. It's going to be
my tires.
absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be a jump monstrous creature, apparently. Now, monstrous creatures are amazing, as we know. The one disadvantage is they can have grenades stuck to them in close combat.
And they can't go in squads.
Your Riptide will not be in close combat. I can promise you this. Your Riptide will not be in close combat because you're not an idiot. It's rumoured to be around 165 points base, and it starts with twin plasma weapons. Each form has different ideas, but it's meant to be in the elite section, which I would like to see, because I like elite spamming with battle suits. Have a Riptide and 3 suits, or 2 Riptides and 3 suits. Sounds brilliant. Sorry about the phone. It looks like it can take an iron accelerator, which means basically it can fire 3 shots at strength 7 AP3, or you can let it wait a few turns and it can fire a large blast at strength 8 AP2. That will be undoubtedly fantastic if that is true, because we'll sit it back and we'll charge the damn thing up and blast. Right. Here's the... Now we get quite interesting. It's rumoured to be toughness 6 with 5 wounds and a 2+ save. If this is true, I will have 3 Riptides in every single army. But again, I think we can knock a 1 off at least 2 of those stats. I think we're going to get a 2+ save. I think we're looking at 4 wounds and about a toughness. Maybe 6 if we're lucky. Right. There's supposedly a rule in Riptide, basically called an over accelerator, where it's going to be able to do loads of things, and we're not quite sure how or what yet, but we think it's going to buff weaponry, so double the shots of weaponry, increase invulnerable save, or boost its stats. Why do I think so much of this is overhyped? It's because Jeremy Vitok is writing it. Jeremy Vitok read the Dark Angels Codex, which turned out to be really nice and balanced. The rules I've just read you are not really nice and balanced. Which means I just can't see us getting that much. We're going to get buff, right? Because all the codexes are being brought to average. Now, that meant for the overpowered codexes, like maybe even Chaos Space Marines, definitely Chaos Demons, they got under average because, you know, when you go over P, you've got to go UP next. They got brought down, people complained. We are so bad at the moment that any adjustment to average is going to be fantastic for the town. We are going to be dodgy in close combat. We accept that and we know that. And I think that's going to mean they make us brilliant at long range, which seems fair to me. If I'm going to lose every single close combat, I want to win every gunfight. I want to beat that Dark Angels player with his Salvor 2 banner. I want to beat that squad of Devastators with my Riptide. I don't want to lose gunfights at any point when I'm playing Tau unless the dice hate me. And I think that's what we're going to get from this codex. Basically, also, obviously, we know plastic Pathfinder's coming to plastic. These aren't really rumours. And, oh yeah, I think we're going to get the flyer kit's going to be a flyer or a bomber. Which you say about. Right, I couldn't dispel a rumour. It has been shouted around that we're going to lose all alien races. That's absolute rubbish. The reason they're no longer in the battle forces, I think, I mean, I'm calling it rubbish and I'm saying I think, it's not going to happen. They can't take away that many models from our book. We had 2 troops choices. They're making a new book. They're not going to make it 1. The reason they've taken them out of the battle force is nobody used them. And for that reason, nobody bought the battle force. What do we know about Games Workshop? They're money-minded. They must have seen that and thought, nobody's buying it. Why? Okay, let's look at why. We've got a Devilfish that nobody really wants to use. We've got stealth teams Nobody wants those. And we've got crew. Nobody wants those. Those three things are going. I haven't heard anyone say, oh, the stealth teams are going to disappear because they're not in the battle force. Oh, they are in the battle force. That was a stupid... What an idiot. Ugh. I mean, we've seen images. They're not going to go. Just because they can't take out a massive chunk of our codex. Because it'll ruin... People will leave the hobby. Final rumour is... Yeah, they're not going to do it. It might... People thought they're going to take him out and make you buy another book called the Alliances book that's rumoured. I disagree. This is not going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to leave him in the codex, maybe in an allies part of the codex, and you're not going to use him like you didn't before. Finally, tank commanders are meant to now give Skyfire to the tanks. This is going two ways quickly. Either it's a load of nonsense, or the commanders are going to be ridiculously expensive. Well, what rumours have you heard, guys? Tell me down in the comments below. What do you think of the new Tau? Are you looking forward to them? Are you going to buy them? This is Ryan Walton, and I am, of course, out.